Hi, you guys. Wait till you see where I am. It is magnificent. But I got a little foiled in my efforts for camping at at Apache Lake. I'm going to explain what the heck happened. But first, I wanted you to see how magnificent. This is Arizona. And you can go kayaking, and it's magnificent. And the big saguaro cactus. So basically, I was in Scottsdale at an event, and I was like, oh, let me just book something. And I realized it was 2.5 hours away from Scottsdale, but I was like, oh, it'll be so beautiful. I'll be on a lake, and I'm driving there, and I'm about a half hour away, and it says road closed. But I'm like, this is the way to go. That GPS is leading me. And all of a sudden, look at the saguaro. How beautiful. Like, wow. So it was leading me to go to this road, and it said road closed, but I was like, well, it's the only way to go. My GPS shut off. Ooh, look. Yes, I'm in Arizona. Can you believe it? How beautiful this is? Oh my goodness. I was headed to Appalachian Lake. There's a bunch of lakes, and I got foiled because the road was closed, but people were going. I didn't see anyone, and I started to go down the road, the only road apparently to get to, there's Fanny B, the only road to get to the RV park that I booked online. And I was like, this can't be. It says the road is closed. And I get to the road and I see there's no guardrails. But I start to go, and this truck with a man and a woman in it pull aside, and they were like, I was like, oh, I'm like, is this the way to the marina? That's kind of scary. And they're like, oh, you haven't seen anything yet. And I was like, all right. So I kept going. They pulled over. I went by, and all of a sudden, these trucks came up, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fit with those trucks. So I had to back up, and in my backing up, I was like sweating. I had anxiety. I have a huge fear of going off of a cliff, especially if there's no guardrails and there's wide trucks. There was no way there was room for me and them. I just didn't feel it. I think I would have died from anxiety. Anyway, so I back up, and I'm like hitting cones, and I made like a triple K turn, and I could just feel like, oh my God, I just got to turn the other way. And when they stopped, they were like, when they went by, they were like, they just knew. So I went to this Roosevelt Marina where the guy was very unfriendly. And he was like, yeah, that road was closed because it got washed out by a flood. And I'm like, but that's the only way down there? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, ugh. So I try to call the marina, and of course my phone's not working. My GPS isn't working right now. My phone isn't working because only AT&T works here, and I have Verizon, which I switched to because of Sedona. That's the one that works best there. So basically, those are saguaros. Aren't they beautiful cactus? So basically what happened was I was like, all right, well, can I buy an atlas? He's like, what? So he points to a map. I was like, a map. He goes, I have a map on the wall. And I'm like, do I try and find a campground, or do I go back to Sedona? And my pendulum agreed with me to go back to Sedona. But part of me like wants to adventure and try and find a campground to stay at. But campgrounds in Arizona at this time of the year are hard to find, especially on a Saturday night. If it was Sunday night, maybe it'd be easier. I could rustle around with no map and no phone. Or I could head back to Sedona, which says it's only 2.5 hours away, and I could plan to come back with my Starlink, which is Wi-Fi, and my map. You know, you got to have a map. So I hate to leave because it's so magnificent, but at least I got to see it. I think that's the final decision, and I can come back. Maybe with a friend. I think this would be fun with a friend, and you go kayaking, you know? So there were signs. There were a couple signs, and I pay attention to the signs. So on the way here, I saw 4 dead animals, like freshly killed animals. And then I was like, ugh. And then I got there, and that man was like grumpy and like whatever. And then I was like, I went back in and asked the pendulum, which I don't leave home without. I also have a necklace that I use as one. And it was like, yeah, you could go back. I mean, part of me thinks I should go find a campground. Could, but I don't know. I hate to be foiled, but sometimes you get foiled on purpose for a reason you can't see. So it's okay. You don't have to push it, and I can come back. But it is magnificent. I mean, what? This is Arizona. This is Arizona, you guys. Wow. Saguaro cactus. I mean, magnificent. We're in the Tonto National Forest. National Park. There's water down there. You could just go bathe. I might run down there. Oh, and one more thing. When I was waiting for the guy, who was kind of rude. Some lady walks up and she's like, "We need a forest ranger. There's a rattlesnake in our boat." So it's definitely wild here. I was like, oh yeah, I always have to have my map. It's a good idea if I have my Starlink. In case you get into trouble and you need to contact someone, it's a good idea. That's why I have it. Well, I decided I'm going in. I'm gonna go in because that'll make my ride home. It'll feel like I did something fun and adventurous. It says road closed. I see there's like pathways down to the water where there's a truck parked and people go. But I feel like I just gotta go in the water. I can't wait to come back prepared. But this is so beautiful. So we're going in. I'm taking you guys with me. God, life is weird. I was like, there's no way I'm going down that really narrow road with no guardrail that the flood washed away. Like, what the heck? I don't know how those trucks were coming up, hoping that nobody was coming down. It's not for me. I was faced with my own limitations and the van, and that's that. And I'm okay with it. Look how pretty. Okay, we're going in, you guys. We're going in the water because why not? I'm here. It's gorgeous. Wow. Oh, there's fishermen. All right, you guys. The guys in the fishing boat over there, they're like, watch out, there's piranha. And I'm like, really? They're like, no. And then I was like, I told them my story. I'm like, I couldn't make it down that road. They're like, oh yeah. And then they said there's a place just a mile up the road that I can camp called Cholla, Cholla. So I was like, well, there's no snakes or fish here. Watch out for me. So, woo, going in. It's a cold plunge. I got shown a sign, and if they have space at Cholla, then I will stay there. Oh, this feels so good. So I guess I'm not supposed to leave because the two guys in the fishing boat over there waving at me. They told me I have a place to stay. They also told me there are piranhas in the water, which there's not. I was like, just watch out for me. So I'm gonna go try the place up the road where they have campsites and see if it feels good and there's a spot for me, I'll stay. It's adventurous. I'll tell you, I had the sweat. I was sweating thinking about going down that road. And these guys were like, yeah, no. So I'm happy I made my choice. And I'll call the RV place tomorrow and be like, that should come with a warning. There should be a warning for sure. Yay, happy day. I don't know, the guys in the other fishing boat were like, well, it's just a communication with the other vehicle. They pull over and you go. And I was like, I don't think no. Just no. But that's okay. I'll have somewhere else to stay, and I wouldn't have been swimming here and meeting these nice fishermen. They're fishing for bass. They're not going in the water because they're working and fishing, but they said when it's 120 degrees, which it gets here, then they have to go in. So all is well. And I could still, if there's no spot, I could drive back to Sedona, so no big deal. I was like, why don't you guys go swimming? He's like, I only have my underwear on. I'm like, I won't look. So nice out.
120, you have to jump in.
Yeah, you have to jump in when it's hot. Yeah. When does it get hot here?
Coming up. It's getting here by the end of this month. You'll be feeling it.
Okay. Thank you for your information.
No problem.
So nice. I can tell they're all checking me out. I'm in my underwear. Kind of funny. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't not go in because I'm in my, it looks like a bathing suit, but like, just because someone's gonna look, that's okay. It's all good. I got fresh. It was like a cold plunge. These are, you guys remember, I go shopping for my bathing suits at Ross and Target, and I buy the underwear that looks like bathing suits because most bathing suits have very thick ridges and edges, and they're double lined, and they're not comfortable. Oh my God, I feel so much better. The universe gave me a sign. Let's go see if we can find the sign to stay. Okay, so I went into the first campsite. I paid for like a single night, and then I went searching around for one night for a single spot, and they have doubles. And I was looking around and there was only doubles. So I talked to the host and I was like, am I a senior? He's, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 57. He's like, senior's 62, but you're fine. It was funny. And then you get half off if you're a senior. So then I was like, but you only have doubles. He's like, go check in the next campgrounds, and if you can't find a single, you can, I'll give you a double. And I was like, okay. So I drive, and then these guys like flag me down. These older, I don't know how old they are. They're gentlemen. They have the best spot. They have a view of the water. They have tents set up to hang out, and they're like flagging me down. So I like roll down my window, and they're like, come stay here. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, we have the best spot. And you could tell they're like drinking, and they were older guys and very friendly. And they're like, you can have that spot there. And then I was just like, I don't know if I want to hang out with dudes who are drinking. So I was like, yeah. And I just kept driving. So I found my own single spot. It's perfect. I've got picnic table, and I can draw and do art and take a walk, and it's lovely. It's fine. Oh my God. It's such an adventure when you travel period, but when you travel alone, it is definitely an adventure. I wouldn't be surprised if they come looking to see where. I gotta shut Randy. So now I'm taking a much needed walk. I need to get my body moving. You could spend a lot of time driving and doing stuff in the van, cleaning up, getting organized, and then you must move your body. And I want to clarify that when I was driving around looking for a spot, it was kind of like, they flagged me down. A beautiful spot overlooking the lake. But I would have had to sleep right next to, like my van would have been right next to one of their cars. I'm thinking they were probably sleeping because a lot of people have tents, so they sleep outside and they park their car, their vehicle. There's big RVs, all kinds of vehicles. But those guys, it was like, then I'd have to hang out on the land with them while they're drinking and talking, and they seem perfectly nice, but I just want peace and quiet. So I could see why they invited me. It's very sweet, but I would not have had privacy. And that would have been odd for me. So I'm taking a walk to go visit the camp host at the first site to ask him. I wanted to ask him some things about how this works, and because some of the spots say reserved, and it was hard to tell which dates they were reserved for. There's one nice spot I might want to move to, so I'll ask him. But it's a good walk anyway, and he was super sweet. But I found a spot, no Wi-Fi, no cell service, so it'll be a quiet, peaceful night. It's a really good deal for people to come. You pay $25 for the night, no plugins at all, electric or water, but you get a peaceful place to camp outside and go swimming, and yeah, you could peace out and have a tent camping. It's absolutely lovely here. It's Chola. It's very, very lovely. I mean, you have your picnic table. There's a bench overlooking the water. It's beautiful. I think it's a great place to come. I want to go look at this view. I can't believe this is Arizona. It's just amazing. I think I can walk this trail. The saguaro, so pretty. I think the thing to do is to book a spot, because I'm sure you can see the map of the place, and book a campsite just overlooking the water. I was lucky to get a spot at all, but you certainly... Oh wow, there's people down there. I'm going to show you. That's so cool. You can go swimming down there. Do you see them? Here we go. It's so cute. Look, there's a little beach down there. I wonder if I'm going to make it back to my campsite, if I remember which one it is. Certainly from this angle, this end, I walked on the street side, but I'll find it. It's like, where'd you park your car? At a mall? at a big parking lot. And you don't remember. I've done that many times where you don't remember where your car is. I kind of have that feeling now. I'll find it. I'm learning a little bit. So these spots back here, no cars go. So you park your car at the little parking lot there, and you bring your camping equipment in, and then you can have one of these spots, which are magnificent. So I'm leaving this little, they have them in sections. Look how beautiful. Lots of quail and bunnies. So I'm gonna walk back hopefully to where my vanny bee is parked. Oh look, there's must be all more over there too. Those little blue awnings are where the picnic tables are. Found another little trail. I'm just going all over the place, exploring. quail are skittish. You can see them ahead on the path. Well, I could go that way. Picturesque. This probably will lead me back to my campground, hopefully. It's so filled with wildlife. It doesn't seem like many people walk in here. I 100% don't know where I am in relation to where I parked. Look at the size of these cactus. They're massive. Saguaros. I don't know if you can see the black movement over there, but they're birds definitely nesting in the saguaro. This is magic. Absolute magic. Okay, look at that camping spot that they have. That little green tent, and that's where their picnic table is. That is amazing. Looks like a peace sign. I think I found her, and I told this lady who's walking her dog, I'm like, I don't know where my vehicle is, and she was like, if you can't find it, come back and I will help you. Yeah, I think I found, and I was like, it's number 4, and she's like, we're in the 50s. And I'm like, I think I see her. Yeah, there she is. Literally, like nature's losing your car at the mall parking lot. Yay! There she is. Cute little spot. But now I know the property. I get it. You can walk there's little sections. We're in Buckthorn. I thought I was in Christmas. Vanny B. So happy to see you. I thought it was number 4. It's 40. So great. I like where I'm at. And here's the view. I turned that little fan on, opened the windows. Hopefully it won't be hot tonight. If it is, I could have the AC on, which I much prefer the fresh air. It's because the AC is loud, it makes noises on and off, and I don't know. I'm hoping it's cool. Okay, so now it's time for my second Purium smoothie of the day, which this is day 4 of only Purium smoothies and some little fruit, or I just had a cucumber a little while ago, and it's making me feel so amazing, and nothing's more perfect for being on the go and having your Purium. So in here is my Power Shake blend for about 4, I'll put a little more in. I did like 4, whatever. So then I have my super aminos, and I put like 10 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I need ginseng. I don't have all of my stuff here because I ran out without all of it, but let's take some BioRegen. Oh my gosh, what a day. It was really funny. I was like, it's so beautiful, and I kept wandering on paths and trails, and I was like, I'll find the van, and I did. I intuitively found the van, so that's good. Vanny B. There's nice people around here. It's pretty mellow. It's a nice crowd. There's families and couples. Saw a couple people by themselves. I think I'm going to put in some frozen cherries, which you guys, we are going to have a cleaning session later because I had the cherry apothecary on its side and I thought I made sure to shut it tightly and I did not, and so the sticky cherry is all over the thing, all over the refrigerator. And I forgot to cover a tonic blend of tonic ingredients. So there's a powder that just spilled out into one of the containers. So tonight I'm gonna clean. All right, this is gonna be gorgeous. And then I put in avocado. Normally I blend everything first and then add the avocado, but it doesn't seem like a good idea. I just want to open and close it once. Okay, we're gonna have a whole avocado because this is dinner and I only had two. This is only my second smoothie today. Did have a couple of these cutie little mangoes that were so incredible, you guys. Look how teeny tiny, and they're like almost taste like limey. Oh, I feel so happy to be back in the van. I'm gonna clean her up. I'm gonna make the king size bed. I'm going to put all these videos together so I can post them when I in fact have service. But I figured out, I finally got a little bit of service and I looked at the map and it looks like there might be another road to the place that I wanted to stay at tonight. So I might try it again tomorrow because I'm not gonna stay here 2 nights, even though it's lovely. I could, but there's no electric and no water, but I don't need it. I am full, I have enough water, so I think it's fine. So blend. I don't have chia seeds, which I don't really use chia seeds at night. I always have chia seeds in. You know what I'm gonna have tonight? Magnesium from Moon Juice. And then I have this blue lotus, which is so spiritual. It's like, it's so uplifting and good for your intuition. Look up the blue lotus flower. So we'll have that later. And we're gonna clean, I'm not gonna clean that bin, but I might clean the refrigerator. I also have, if I did get hungry and wanted something savory, there's 2 things I could do. I could have zucchini blended with a little bit of avocado and salt and pepper and chili flakes. So if I get hungry later, I could make a savory smoothie, which is a soup. Or I have shaman ramen, which is like Chinese herbs in a very clean rice noodle soup. It's incredible. So I have plenty, believe me, plenty in here. No one's gonna go hungry. Boop. Okay, blend time. I'll see you in a little bit. No joke, you guys, this might be the best smoothie I've ever made. It's so thick and sweet and creamy. You know what? It was the extra half of avocado. Just, whoa. I put in a lot of cherries, the whole avocado, and this thing is like, so good. So, puring for the win. And I'm going to clean up, plug in the Christmas lights, be happy. And I'm really excited because I think I found a new route to the place that I wanted to stay at. I don't know if I said that already, but I got service for like a second and I looked at the map and I'm like, looks like there's 2 ways to get there. And I had asked one of the truck drivers, is there another way down? And he was like, no, but I think there is. So hopefully I am going to attempt it again tomorrow. I have this really cool screen that just goes all the way down, but you could push it aside and there, look how beautiful the sky is. Okay, you guys, it's time to tuck in. It's early, but I'm tired because I did not sleep. Sometimes at night, it doesn't feel like a van, it feels like a can. And I'm like bouncing around, but I'm really tired. I walked a lot, I drove a lot, I had some adventure. The air is cool, and that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed all the walking and it wasn't boring. It's just very magnificent here. So, buona notte. Just one more video of the stars, little campers, and the sound of the generator from across the way. But it's beautiful. Okay, now we can say bonne nuit.